Howdo viewer, welcome back to my little corner of the YouTube. This is a response video because Nathan Oakley herself has left a comment on my porky little channel. It is a great day, but nobody will see it because I don't know what he's done. I think he's either posted it and removed it or posted it and blocked me. But with me being a small channel of only 113 subscribers, thank you each and every one of you, by the way. I've only been a small channel. I get email notifications of every comment that's left, or every like, or every subscription. So I have got this email and I have got the comment in full. If you didn't see my video, I'm going to link it up here somewhere around about now. It's all about Nathan Oakley and her housekeeping questions that I answered, and that any first year physics student could answer a hell of a lot better than I could. So let's crack on with this, shall we? And let's see what he's got to say for himself. Right. Of course, I'm expecting ad homs, you know, a bit of name calling. Hey, I've done it myself. I'm not completely blameless. The guy's a prat, and he really is dumb, as we're going to see from this video now, or as we're going to see from this message now. Right, so let's begin. Nice curtains. I think you got a bit of a problem with your maths on that video. I can only see one curtain. But you know, we'll forgive you that one. You're not very good at maths. Nice plastic bag 2 inches from your head full of dirty pants. It wasn't 2 inches. If you think that distance was or if you think that was 2 inches, I'm afraid your wife has been lying to you for some time. And it wasn't full of dirty pants. It had a set of curtains in. Curtains, plural. It had a set of curtains in and a throw. Because I have just recently moved into here because my mum has been diagnosed with dementia. My son, who was looking after her for the past few months, has moved out and he's gone to live with his girlfriend. Fair play, he's only 24, needs a space. So I've come here to look after my mum. And I'm only in a porky little bedroom. I've not unpacked everything yet. I've not set everything up yet, like curtain poles and stuff. So that's why. The pictures of the horizon. The horizon is not a physical location, idiot. I never said the horizon was physical. What you look at is an apparent horizon. And those photos that I showed were evidence of Earth curve, not a horizon. See Black Swan. Black Swan, do you mean the black swan with loads and loads of distortion in it, or do you mean the other Black Swan where he went back on a different day, took the same photograph, same location, same height, everything, on a clear day, and there was no distortion? Which Black Swan do you mean? And he's on about gravity in the next one. Do the same with a helium balloon. Gravity with a laughing emoji. This just shows the mentality of this prat, and he really is a monstrous moron. Do the same with it. Yes, we'll drop a helium balloon in a vacuum. Which way does it go? A helium balloon needs the atmosphere and it needs gravity to work, to actually float. You know, it's controlled by a buoyant force. And the formula for buoyancy, I can't remember what it is, but it does contain little g, which stands for gravity. Aristarchus assumed the shadow was caused by a sphere. Well, I think it's pretty safe to assume that the Earth is a sphere when you look in the night sky or you look in the daytime sky and you see celestial objects in the sky and they're all spherical. Why wouldn't you assume the Earth is a sphere as well? Duh. The distance is based on Venus being assumed to have the same presumed R value. No, because if you're using parallax to determine the distance of something, then it doesn't matter what that distance is, how big the object is, does it? As long as it's there. It doesn't matter how big it is. Jesus, wet. You can't have gas pressure without a container. I never said that you could. I think you're getting gas pressure mixed up with atmospheric pressure. How did somebody describe it now? Gas pressure. You put loads and loads of balls into a barrel or something, and you crush them all in, and you crush them all in, and you crush them all in, and you put the lid on. That's gas pressure. Atmospheric pressure. I think what he said was that you let the balls out, and that's atmospheric pressure, because that's why there's a pressure gradient going from 14.7, like I've explained, 14.7, and then all the way up to 0. God almighty, there's just too much stupid. Gravity is not a force, but you can think of it as a force. That's George Musser 2019. Fine. Big deal. Gravity is not a force. Gravity is the bending of a conceptual medium. Gravity is a bending of a conceptual medium known as space-time. No, space-time is all one word. So, and you can't bend concepts. No, it's a theory. It's the 3 dimensions of space and the 4th dimension being time. And they've combined to come up with space-time, and that's why that is. There isn't really a force of gravity at all. Professor Brian Cox, see 2 lot. I don't know what 2 lot is. I'm not even going to bother. The thing is with Brian Cox and this George Musser fella is they both agree that gravity exists, and there isn't a scientist in the world that you can cite that will say that gravity doesn't exist. The measure of the R value was done by Alberuni, assuming the horizon was physical, like I did. No, I didn't assume that the horizon was physical, and I never meant, I never said it was. And Alberuni didn't assume the horizon was physical. He just measured the distance to it, and that was it. On top of a hill, measured the distance, measured the thing, and all the rest of it. You can check that out on his Wikipedia page, like I did. Seeing as he's quoting people, I'll quote Wikipedia. The height is all right. Conceptual medium. If you type this out twice, you spelt medium wrong twice. Spelling isn't your forte, is it? Parroting my complicated belief in waves that couldn't get it right when digging 12 kilometres. We won't prove we have a core. Well, we must have a core, else the Earth would collapse in on itself. Through studying seismic waves, they discovered recently that the inner core is solid and the outer core is molten. If you want to refute those claims, fine, go for it. You can't dig much deeper than 12 kilometres because of the pressure of the Earth. I don't think we have that technology yet to go any deeper than 12 kilometres, just because of the pressure. The deeper into the Earth you go, the greater the pressure. And it's exactly the same, in water as well. The deeper you go in water, the greater the pressure. The globe claims we have 15 degrees shift, stuff moving apart. As Earth turns underneath, stuff not attached. That does not happen. Nothing is drifting away at 1,000 miles. I never said it did. The Earth is rotating at half the speed of the hour hand on a clock. Not very quick when you think about it, is it? This 15 degrees stuff is the Earth turns underneath, stuff not attached. It was on a table, this gyroscope, this ring laser gyroscope, which I'm presuming you're going on about. It was on a table which is attached to the Earth. Unless it's like somehow, suspending in mid-air on its own. Nothing is drifting away. Yeah, I've just explained that. Earth isn't spinning, useless mate. I'm not your mate. I never will be, because you're an unenviable moron and a bumptious wit. But, hey, I offered to debate you on Erwin's channel. I said I'd bring my 5 pieces of evidence for a globe Earth. I asked you if you could bring 4 pieces of evidence for a flat Earth, and we'll debate them on Erwin's channel. You didn't. You turned me down. If you want to do it face to face, I'm more than happy to do it. You pop up to Bolton, I'll meet you somewhere, and let's discuss it. I even offered to debate Erwin on his channel. He said he would destroy me on a live debate on his channel. And then I offered. I give him the same options. You bring your 5 bits, I'll bring my 5 bits, and we'll debate them. And he's turned me down as well. Wonder why. Tidy your dirty house, you utter slob. It's clean, actually. You'll be surprised how clean I am. I'm a bit OCD. Ask Mrs. Jones about that. She knows. You are a disgusting pig. No, I'm a human being. I can't be disgusting. I mean, I find flatulence funny. Some people will say it's disgusting, but I find flatulence funny. Probably too complicated for you. No, cleaning isn't complicated. I brought up my 2 children on my own. We had a house and I kept that very, very clean and very, very tidy. You can't spell probably. So that's what, 1, 2, 3 spelling mistakes there. You can't do maths, you can't do spelling mistakes, but hey, you've got a new iPhone. You can't afford a proper one. There you go. Anyway. And there we have it. His his reply all answered and all dealt and done with. Yeah, as you can probably tell from that email, he probably is a bit sick, really, and very, very ill. Anyway, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you on the next one. Ta-ra!